Yes, welcome back to another episode of the Curva Chronicles. It's your boy F17, aka Frederick Freefa.
And it's your boy JK. We go again. How's your week?
Go again. Week's been okay, busy again. Not as much travelling, which was good.
Yeah.
Just a lot of work within. So like Thursday, Friday, I was at one company for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then Friday evening, I attended a book launch. So yeah, but from now on, it's a period of a little bit more time, which is good. I need it.
Summer.
Recharge the batteries.
Yeah, 100%. When's your book launch?
That's my book launch. Yeah, it's going to be next month. Very exciting. Still securing venues.
Yeah.
So nothing set in stone, but it'll be in the last couple of weeks in August. So
what are you going to do?
We'll let the people know.
Different locations or just one location?
It'll be one location. It'll just be about a 2-hour event.
Yeah.
Where we launch the book.
Tell about
speakers.
Yeah.
Talk to about the book, and then people can buy the book.
Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
That's it.
Yeah, week was good, bro. Busy, tired as usual. It's nearly August, man. So the year is nearly done. It's nearly August, so the year is nearly done. But no, I feel good. Busy with work, same old. Nothing new to be fair.
Cool. That sounds amazing. What news been happening in the world of soccer?
Where do we start? Should we start with? I saw the other day AC Milan being linked to Estefanion.
Yeah.
We offered below what they want. So obviously
why do we always do that?
I guess you want to test the waters, isn't it? You want to see if you can get away with it.
The problem is, though, I understand that, but our negotiations always last very long.
Yeah.
Like, we hardly ever just want a player, get him. And it's like, the valuation, they 125, you offer 12, and then they go down to 20, then they're offering 15, and do you know what I mean?
But we don't have the money, man. So we always try a bargain, though.
Yeah.
We always try a bargain.
I mean, we just sold Reinders. What we spent the money on?
I feel like that was just to balance the books, to put us in the green at the end of the year. I don't think that was, you know what I mean?
Bro,
I feel like
Inter is the team in the most red, fam.
Yeah, and they don't care. Yeah, exactly. I feel like Inter always do the Klarna payments though.
Buy now, pay later.
Buy now, pay later, bro. Or three installments. That's what we need to do. I feel like that's the new football strategy, bro. All Arsenal signings is buy now, pay later.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah,
and that's what we need to learn how to do. But I'll be happy with Estefanion. I'll be real.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need someone in that position because we saw Theo Hernandez. And I really like him for Brighton. He's a good player. He gets assists up and down that wing, very physical. I like him. I hope we give them what they want and they sign him.
Yeah, he'd be really good. And another interesting one we're linked to is Fran Garcia.
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen too many of his games at Madrid, but he seemed like a solid enough fullback because they just recently bought that new one from Benfica.
Yeah.
So they said either Ferland Mendy or Fran Garcia would go. And yeah, these are the players that we need to go and get. Players that we know are proven, that can come into the squad straight away, and they're not too much of a gamble. Obviously, every player will be a gamble, but yeah, that's solid. And I
wouldn't want Ferland Mendy, but I'll take Fran Garcia.
I agree. I'll take Fran Garcia. I saw the team for our pre-season tour, and I saw a player there, and I was like, the way we're treating this player, I don't really like it, especially because I got a soft spot for him, and it was Okafor.
Right.
So Okafor is on the pre-season tour, and I was like, does it make any sense to get rid of him, to not play him? What are your thoughts on Okafor?
I'm not too sure what I'm sure Allegri's had a conversation with him. Obviously, we sent him on loan to Napoli. He's won the league, by the way. Well, I don't know if he qualified, if he played enough games, but I'm pretty sure
I think he did, to be fair.
Yeah, pretty sure he did. But yeah, new manager, so obviously it's a fresh start, isn't it? I'm assuming. I hope he's going to be in Allegri's plan because I really like him as a player. I think he brings something different. Would I start him? Maybe. Do you know what I mean? We've never gave him enough games for him to be like a starter, for us to actually judge him on what he does. I feel like it's always hard when he comes from the bench. So I really like him. I hope he plays. I hope he has a good pre-season and he can be involved in the team. I wouldn't sell him.
I really hope he has a good pre-season, man, because I think he's a great squad player as well, and he's a player that if anyone gets hurt, he can fill in any of the front positions. I like him a lot, and for whatever reason, he hasn't super blown up. and I thought that he would at this point. But
So
I do hope that
I was really excited when we first signed it because I
Same.
really like it. And it's just a shame how we treat, as you said, the way we treat players sometimes is very confusing. I don't really get it. But I'm hoping that Allegri can bring the best out of him, and then he can be a squad player or a starter. I'll be happy either way because I think he's good enough to do it.
Absolutely. And it doesn't make sense to sell him because I saw that he's one of the players potential in the market along with Chukwueze, but you got to replace these players and it's not easy. So yeah, hopefully he does stay. And I saw that Jashiri's doing a madness at Bruges.
He's basically saying I only want Milan.
Bro, he's not going to training. The friendly game he didn't play, and I'm really hoping again that what Bruges wants to do is they want to get a Belgium club record for the transfer.
Right.
The Belgium club record was the Ketelaere to us for 37, so they want at least 38. And Milan's offering like 32. And also 38 for Jashiri is quite a lot for a player that no one really knows. Apparently he was the best player in the league that year.
But is it quite a lot now, bro? Look at the market. Ekitike just gone for 80 million. Bro. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen enough of him. I've seen him play against Frankfurt play Tottenham at some point last year, and I watched that. It looked alright. But 80 million, that's a lot of money. You look at, what's the other one? Madueke went to Arsenal 52. Unfortunately, these are the prices now for the players, regardless of whether...
Those are full players, though, I would say, man. Like for a midfielder, who's not... And also this is Premier League. Premier League teams always playing inflated prices for these players. But I do understand, and I'm just hoping that we just get it done. Clearly, the player really wants to come to the team, so
we should just
I'm hoping that we just get it done.
As you said, we sold Reinders. Obviously, I don't know what we have in the bank, but I'm pretty sure we can afford to spend, man, a little bit more than what we are. So we should just go ahead and spend, bring them along to the pre-season tour, let them integrate with the team, and then see where we can go. I think delaying this stuff just doesn't help.
That's another thing.
Because then also, Allegri is going to have his team at pre-season and he's going to be like, this is going to be my team. It's very hard to integrate new players when the season starts. So
that's another annoying thing about the way we negotiate with these players, because by now, high key, we should have had a lot of these players in. The pre-season tour's starting soon. They're off. I think they're off yesterday.
Yeah, we play.
Obviously, players can always join.
Don't we?
There you go. So it is a little bit frustrating, but yeah. At least there is some movement. The players that we're linked to are solid, and hopefully we can put together a solid 11. Allegri's already said defense is going to be the best attack, not to. So we know what direction he wants to go in.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing a defensive style as long as we win games.
I don't mind it. I can't say it's entertaining to watch, but ultimately we have to start somewhere. Clearly, we don't really have a playing style. It's like pass it to Leao and hope the best. We rely on individuals too much. That's why Theo Hernandez, when he did this thing, went past all the team and scored, and Leao to do the same. And we have to play as a team now. And I think it's really important, because then it's easier for someone to come from the bench and just be part of the team rather than relying on one or two players. So, listen, let's see what he's got in store. He's done it before. Fingers crossed he can do it again.
I think it will actually suit our players more, because I remember the games that we would do well, for example, the Real Madrid game or the Inter games. Those are games where we'd play in transition. We'd just hold back, and then on the counter-attack. And when we look at the squad that we have, we've got players that can carry the ball really well. That might suit us better, rather than always trying to be on the front foot. So it might work out, man.
It's true. Let's see. We definitely need to get out there, watch a game. AC Milan Napoli is one that I really would love to go and watch, but let's see what happens. September's a bit busy for us, so
yes. Let's see. We definitely will be out there watching a game, and then I guess our cousins Inter making some big moves. Apparently, they're linked to Lookman.
Yeah,
saw your video. What are your thoughts, man?
I'm very sad and disappointed, because I feel like these are the players that we should be going for.
40 mil. Okay. So
I know.
Jashiri 38, Lookman 40.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's a great signing if they get it over the line. I think I said in the video that because it's Kiva, I still don't know what they're gonna do next year. But bringing in someone like him is a statement of intent. And you know what you get from him, bro. This guy scores goals, he creates, he assists. And it's not like Inter's striking force is bad, bro. So it's only going to get better. Again, still big believer that Napoli going to win the league. I wouldn't change that. But it does make Inter stronger. I don't think there's any way to hide that, you know. It makes Inter stronger, and it's really good signing that I would have loved for us to make.
Lookman would have made so much sense for us, man. I guess the only thing on Lookman's perspective is, I was saying to you off camera, in the preseason games or the Club World Cup, Kivu kept the 3-5-2 formation. And obviously they play with a big striker and then a smaller one.
Yeah.
And they bought that French dude that's going to be the number 2 for Thuram. Parma, and I'm assuming is Lookman going to be the number 2 for Martinez? That's one thing that I'm a little bit concerned about. Unless he changes the formation, which he might, but of course that's going to have some implications on the team.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to play him at fullback, so I don't see the kind of natural way that he slots in. Having said that, I do agree that it's a big signing, man.
Yeah, I don't see it, but they are in loads of competitions as well. You know, rotation is very important. I don't know. I feel like if he starts well, he could take that. I don't know. I would play Thuram and Lookman, play 3 up top. Obviously, I don't really know what Kivu has in mind, but it just gives him the option to change and switch up. So even if he's a squad player, not great for him, but still a great signing for Inter Milan.
That's the thing. Regardless, for Inter, it's great. It's mostly from his perspective. It's like, okay, I saw he was really keen to go, which I guess does make sense because Perini's gone. He wanted to leave Atalanta anyway. But it's a big move. He's Serie A proven. And Atalanta's going to be an interesting team next year because obviously they've lost Rutegui, they're losing Lookman, they lost their coach.
Yeah.
And Juric, who's come in, I don't really rate him.
I don't rate him at all, bro.
Yeah,
he was at Southampton, wasn't he? And he got sacked.
He got sacked quickly. He was at Verona, he got sacked.
Yeah.
So, Atalanta's run might finally be over, which made me quite happy.
Yeah. I mean, I never really had any hate towards them. I actually quite like them. I like Gasperini anyways.
Okay.
So it's
just make it harder for Milan.
Yeah, exactly. It's harder for us to make top 4, but as a team, I never really had any hate for them. So it's a bit sad because they went on a very high, and now it feels like they're going down, but straight away rather than a steady
decline.
Fall. Yeah. Let's see. You never know. They might have a decent season. Who knows, bro? I feel like Italy this year is very open because there's so many changes that we don't really know what. Obviously, we know the names of the big clubs. Wherever everyone's gonna do well, who knows? Bro,
speaking of Gasperini, you see that Roma signed Evan Ferguson.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that's a big signing, you know.
It is. It didn't work out for him at West Ham. He didn't play very well. He didn't play much. So, but we know what
he could player there, man.
The thing is, he got injured and then started to decline slowly. I'm hoping he can go back to his best. I really like him. I think he's a good player. Don't really want him to do well at Roma too tough, but I want him to do well. So ultimately, if he starts scoring goal, then to be fair, I can't hate because I do like him as a player.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he starts banging in the goals for Roma. Yeah. I think he's still really young, still really promising. They got him for 40 million, which is a bit of a bargain in this market for a striker from the Premier League.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm surprised Brighton sold. To be fair,
same
because really they only have Welbeck up top, and they sold Joao Pedro. So why are you selling
as well?
I don't get it, but I think it's a good signing for Roma. Again, I'm fully aware he didn't have a great season last year, but I think in a team where you can actually take that number 9 or whatever number he ends up being, but let's say he just starts and get a run of games, I think he can do really well.
I agree, and also West Ham last year just had, like we always say, Bowen had a good year, but generally, I know it's just a pre-season game, but I saw Kudus did a couple mad things on his debut for Tottenham. I was like, he's gonna ball out. So I don't think people should necessarily look at West Ham's individual players from last 100%. Year. But that's a big signing, and the Serie A is definitely moving in the right direction, I would say.
It is. I think we're getting a lot of players in. I know, we spoke about the age of Modric. Obviously, still a massive name for the league. to have Modric and Kevin De Bruyne in the Serie A, I think is quite big. You know, they could have easily gone to America, easily gone to Saudi. And I think, yes, obviously aging players, I agree, but the fact that they want to go to that league, it makes the Serie A better, more competitive. So can't complain, man. I really want to see what Napoli does in Europe. I really want to see how good/bad they'll do in Europe, and it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited.
Yeah, Antonio Conte got a bad record in Europe.
Yeah.
Got a really bad record in Europe. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can finally turn that around or if that stays consistent. And then another, I guess one of the last Serie A things that I'll ask you is that Sancho has been linked to Juventus quite heavily.
Very heavily.
Now, tell me, if you were to predict, do you think that would be a good move for him? Do you think he'll do well?
I don't think Juventus will do well as a team, regardless of whether he goes or not, in my opinion. So I don't know. Is it the right move? I guess Serie A is a lot more tactical. Does he work out in his favour? I'm not too sure. I feel like he needs an open game, you know, where maybe he has a little bit more time. I think he needs to leave United.
Yeah,
I think in his head he probably thinks that the Serie A is easier than the Premier League. And that's probably why he wants to move. He's very technical. He's not very fast, in my opinion. No, very strong. So I don't really know whether or not this is the league for him. Because Lookman, for example, fast, is strong, although he's small, and he works out for him. But I don't think Sancho is the same player. So for Juventus, I don't think he's a great signing, in my opinion. But for him, he needs a change, and it might work out. Who knows? I don't think he's as straightforward that he thinks it is in his head, in my opinion.
I totally agree. I think, the environment he's going into, let's look at Moise Kean at Juventus scoring 1 goal all season, then the next year at Fiorentina. Juventus at the moment isn't a place where a lot of players can blossom. Vlahovic is struggling, a lot of players are struggling, especially the forward players. And like you said, Serie A, when teams play against teams like Juventus, Milan, they just sit back, bro. Catenaccio. And he usually thrived in Germany because of all the open spaces that they had. It's going to be interesting. Also, he'll link up with his English boys that are over in Italy, in Milan.
Yeah.
So it's loads now. But it is going to be interesting. Speaking of players leaving United, Rashi got his move.
I told you, man. He was waiting for
waiting.
He's been begging, and Barca said, you know what, fair enough, come over. I don't really know why he wanted Barca so bad. Obviously, he's a great team, but I just don't get, why just Barca. But he got his wish. I think he'll do well, man. I just don't know where he's going to play. Because I told you the other day, right? Even Williams. I get it's a big move, but where do you play, bro? We saw last year what those three done. Are you really going to change it? Again, there's loads of games in the season, but you want to be part of the big games. You don't want to be playing when it doesn't really matter. So I don't get it. And that's why I think Williams didn't go, in my opinion. But for Rashford, new environment. He's going to be playing with Lamine Yamal, learning from the best. That's crazy to say that he's learning from the best. Yeah. But you know what I mean? And Rafinha is there. I just don't think he's taking Rafinha's space, and I don't think he's playing as a man. He's not going to take Lewandowski's space.
Lewandowski? No.
Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's a loan move anyways. They're not buying him. So. It
is a loan move. From what I've seen from Flick, when he was at Bayern and now when he's at Barca, he doesn't really do that much squad rotation.
No.
Barcelona was in all the competitions, all quite deep, and he would play pretty much the same team over and over and over and over. Now, I don't know if it's because he didn't trust what was on the bench or that's because of what he does generally. So, yeah, he'll definitely be a squad player. It is a loan, and we've kind of seen this happen already with some players where they'll go out on loan, then the teams are like, go back. Do you know what I'm saying? Even with Sancho, he went out on loan, then Chelsea's like, go back. So that can potentially happen again in 12 months' time.
Which is horrible for United.
Right? It's the worst case scenario for United. But yeah, I'm happy for him that he got the move. I think being away from England will be good for him because he gets scrutinised a lot over here anyway. So just
because he prioritised feeding the kids over football, man.
Man, imagine he was just trying to be a good citizen.
I know, right? Crazy,
So yeah, it's interesting to see. Have Barca made many moves in the market?
I think they were really wanting to sign Luis Diaz. that didn't
Yeah.
work out. They
So it
tried
was
to
too
sign
expensive.
Williams, that didn't work out.
So they've been
Rashford
marked
was
for a
just,
winger.
yeah, Rashford was just like the last option. They knew that they could get him anyways, so they tried to get who they really wanted first, and when that didn't work out, Rashford.
And
I
they
don't
got
think it's a
Rashford.
bad signing though. I'll be honest. I
Yeah.
think
Nah.
we saw what he did at Aston Villa. When he's good mentally and he's in a good environment, he can perform, bro. There's still a player in there, so I
100%.
just
I would
hope
have
that
loved him at
he
Milan.
gets. Yeah, same. But obviously, he was Barcelona. But he got what he wanted. He got what he wanted.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not it work out for him.
Manifestation, man.
Yeah,
Put what
man.
you want out there, and it might just
Exactly.
come round to you. So with Barca, Lamine Yamal's now taken on the number 10.
Yeah, so took his nan
And
to the presentation.
yeah,
a
and
big family,
it's a
man.
big deal. It's a big family, man. He's also a big party boy.
He is.
His
He loves
18th
it.
birthday was a bit of a
Yeah.
mad thing, but yeah, I guess 18, flying. Do you think he's going to have a legacy that will leave him remembered as one of the best 10s in the history of
The guy
of
could stop
club?
playing football tomorrow, and we'll still remember him. We've never seen something like it. We have, in terms of talent, Messi, obviously, Ronaldo when they were that age. But the way this
Neymar.
Neymar, of course, how can I forget? But the way this guy tells you, I'm gonna go in tomorrow and do a Mazzolini, and he backs
He
his
doesn't.
talk. We don't really get that in football. We don't, and because of that personality that he has, he just gets no pressure. He's a bit like it's funny. I'm digressing a bit, but I was talking to one of my boys the other day, and we were talking about Cole Palmer. Like, he doesn't feel any pressure in finals. And he was like, yeah, when you have no brain cells, it's really easy to not feel any pressure because you don't know what's going on. And it made me laugh because obviously he is a bit slow. But no, with Lamine Yamal, I think he's going to do great. I don't think the number 10 is going to change anything, bro. I don't think he's going to change the way he plays and the way he carries himself. He likes a challenge and he likes to talk pre-game and back his talk. So I think he thrives under pressure. So it's not really. I think it's just going to get better. And
Yeah, you said something controversial though. You said if he was to stop playing, he will already be remembered.
yeah,
Do you think
not
so?
remembered as like the best player ever, but like we still talk because this season was ridiculous, bro. And the season before as well, obviously that's when he first started a little bit. But what he did last season, though, as an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, I think is incredible. The individual, because what we remember is the individual stuff. Look, Payet didn't win loads, but Payet is remembered in the streets, bro, because he gave us those moments of magic, and that's what we like as fans. So I'm not saying he's gonna be remembered as like the greatest, but we will remember what he's done in football. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion,
Potentially.
obviously.
Yeah, potentially. He's definitely shown the potential to do so. I just know that there have been a lot of young players that have burnt out. And to be fair, even Barcelona kind of have a history of doing that, even with like Ansu Fati when we look at.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that doesn't happen for him. But
Yeah.
it seems like he's got the mentality to go all the way for sure.
But I feel like, because he's just, he's done a little bit more of Ansu Fati. He took Spain and they won that Euro, that England-Spain game. Like him and Williams, they dominate. Like he's done a lot already, and that's why I feel like. Obviously, I hope his career continues and we get to see more of him because he's very exciting. But I feel like if he stopped playing tomorrow, I would still remember the last 2 years and what he did and the moments of magic. Like sometimes you watch him play and you're just like, what is going on? You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see. Let's see if the number 10 is not too heavy for him.
Let's see, man. I really just love how Barca, as a Real Madrid guy, I love how Barca back their youth.
Yeah.
And I just wish a team like Milan would do that. Because, for example, like last year we had players like Liberani who showed some promise as a 10.
And where is he
like,
now?
Fam, bro,
Yeah.
I ain't seen it. He played like 2 games. I was like, yo, this guy's got potential.
Yeah.
And then how can, we speak about young Italian footballers, how can they develop if we send them out to Lecce, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff? Because, the talent's there and they just back their players. Like, if ever you're 15 or what, if you think you're good enough, you're old enough.
That academy is crazy though, bro. That academy is crazy.
Elite.
Wow.
And
because look, even Gavi, they got Gavi, they got the guy that got injured that played in midfield.
Pedri.
Yeah, Pedri. They got another guy. I don't remember his name. He's just come back from an ACL injury. I saw him in pre-season. Like even their defense, like
Yeah,
a lot
Eric
of them,
Garcia
a
now.
lot of them are from the academy, and it just shows, right? You're right. Obviously, you can see that the structure in the academy is really, really good. But then you see Chelsea academy, and it's a bit the same. Their academy is crazy. The amount of talent that they push out. And someone commented on one of our posts the other day and said, "You're talking about Chelsea making signing and not giving a chance to the young players," which I still think is true. And then he was like, "But three of our academy players started the final, which is Colwill, Reece James, and someone else. I'm forgetting me. I don't know. But I still think those are players that have been in the first team for the last 6 years. It's not someone that is pushed
Absolutely.
in the team today, you know." And
Absolutely. I know the Chelsea fans were excited because I've been cussing Chelsea on the pod for a while.
yeah,
They won the thing, and it's look, obviously there's clearly a method to the madness. My thing with Chelsea, which again Chelsea fans are probably gonna cuss me in the comments, is that I don't understand the model or what they are doing. Like I understand it in the sense of someone's got potential, we buy them and we potentially sell them on. Okay, but like how sustainable is that? And also if you're buying young players, like I don't know, I just don't fully get, because I can see a world where in 2 years Pedro goes and then Gitten goes and then they get someone else in, and that might be okay. But the same way with Chelsea, how they have a history of just churning out new managers to get loads of new managers, then there's always like a new project, and it's just been a club where I don't feel there's ever been like a, or ever since kind of like the Lampard days, like a dynasty or like one manager who can. Maybe Maresca will do it. Maybe this is the year, but
I just feel like it's not. That's not in Chelsea's nature. So I think Chelsea's model is win now. So we'll do this season, we'll try and win something. If that doesn't work, we'll do next season, we'll try and win something. It's not build to win for the next 5 years. I don't know, maybe that's what Todd Bowley wants to do, win for the next 5 years. I'm not sure. With Maresca, I mean, he's been successful for the last 2 years. No, this is the first year or 2 years.
this was Maresca's first season
First
at
year.
Chelsea.
So he's been successful this season, and I think they're not going to sack him. Not yet, anyways. So we'll see. But I think Chelsea's model is win today, bro. No, forget
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
We'll get
And
to
Maresca's
tomorrow when
been
it comes.
Maresca's been surprisingly good. To be fair, he's
Yeah.
creeping into that bracket of managers that you think, yo, this guy's great. So yeah, it'll be one day interesting to see all of these really good Italian managers come back to Serie A and
Yeah.
just battle it out. That would be great.
Fingers crossed. I think the league needs to grow. I think it is growing in the right direction. We just need money, bro. That's the only thing. I think the league does need a little bit more money, even to attract the top managers. You know, we couldn't get Guardiola in Italy and give him 12 million a year. It's crazy.
Absolutely. And the only reason why Juve could do stuff like the Ronaldo thing is because Juve have their own stadium.
Yeah.
So that's the first step. And I see teams like Como building their own stadium, and Milan's had plans to do it forever. Nothing's really progressed, but that needs to happen because the kind of revenue. When I was at the Arsenal and I did the hospitality thing, bro, and I was like, every game day these guys make millions.
Yeah.
But if the stadium belongs to the council's the one making the money, and you're renting it off them, so you're actually kind of losing money. You know what I'm saying? They're leaving so much money on the table, Italian teams, for it to progress. We're like the only big. Yeah, I think we're like the only big league where majority of the teams don't have stadiums.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So old school.
Yeah, it's funny because you spoke about Como, and Como is one of the teams in Italy that spend the most this transfer window, which to me is crazy, bro. Obviously, they done well. Fabregas is invested in them. They got good financial backing. I get that, but like that's what we need for AC. Like
Facts.
for Como to spend more than AC or Inter or Juve or Roma, I think it's crazy, bro.
I agree.
Like just speaks volume of where Italian football is. You know,
I agree.
I miss Berlusconi, man. I miss Berlusconi.
Bro, may so rest in peace, Berlusconi. When it came to the presidential election, this guy would go ham with the spending.
Ronaldinho, Beckham,
Ibrahimovic.
everyone.
Yeah, man, the good old days, and it's just funny how the way cyclical football is. The other day I was hearing a gentleman saying, "Yeah, my boy is 10, and he's never seen Manchester United be good."
That's crazy.
And I was like, "Wow, that's crazy."
But
Like
it's
his
true,
boys
though.
literally like, "Yeah,
It's true.
like is United like that? You keep talking about United, like I've never seen them be good." And his dad was like, "I hear it. Watching football 4 years."
Yeah.
But they recently finally got Brandon Bremo over the line,
That's a good signing, man.
which is a good signing. It is a good signing, and
We can say what we want, and we can talk about how much they spent, but Mbeumo scored 20 goals last season, bro.
I think 70 mil in this economy for Mbeumo makes
It's not
sense.
bad. Yeah, it's not
If
bad.
Madueke is 55 and Kudus is 55 and Elanga's 55, then 70 for a proven
It's
Premier
26.
League player I think it makes perfect sense. And
You know.
he's one of those players that will give you a 7 at. He's not excellent at anything. He'll give you a 7 out of 10 every game.
Every
Whereas
game.
Cunha is a little bit, he can do a crazy thing. He's more of a maverick.
Some of the goals were crazy.
Like you just shoot.
But even him, 15 goals last season.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? That's 35
Wolves.
goals that you got in.
Mm.
They had a pre-season game, I think it was yesterday or the day before. 0-0 against Leeds.
0-0.
18 shots, bro, 0 goals.
It's clear as day. It's clear as day. So if you were in charge at Man United, who would you bring in?
Right now, they're in the market for a striker.
Yep.
Gyökeres is not going to go. Although, I think it would have made sense for him to go because he's worked on the Amorim before. So, obviously, I get no Champions League. But, like, if you go there, you can push them to that next year. Ultimately, I know he's 28. He's not a young boy anymore. So, I don't know if he has time to play those games. And also, if Arsenal comes, why would you go United? At this point, anyways. So yeah, they need a striker, but I don't think that's what they need to focus on the most, bro. I think that midfield needs work, bro. Like you got Mason Mount, you got Casemiro, you got Ugarte, you know, like
Kobe Mainoo.
You got rid of Ericsson, you got Kobe Mainoo, as you said. Who I'm so sad of his dip because when he first came in the scene, the Ghanaian English bowler, he was a bowler. Again, injuries, and now he's trying to go back to his fitness, and hopefully he has a good season next year. But yeah, I don't think that midfield is good enough to compete with the top 6 teams in the Prem.
Totally agree.
So it doesn't matter how many strikers you push to the team. Like midfield is when games are won, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So,
let's stick with striker for now. I'll just be interested to hear kind of what
striker?
profile of striker, you think
man,
that
you'd have to bring
should go
Wissa,
for.
man.
You reckon?
You go Wissa or you go Crystal Palace striker. What's the name again?
Mateta.
You go Mateta. I think in the Prem, they like to stay in the Prem. You've seen that they can do it in the Prem. You might as well just go for that. And it's a gamble, of course, because you still need to fit in the team. But at least you know what he can bring, right? So I think Wissa is I think Wissa, when Tony left Brentford, we said Brentford are finished. Wissa and Mbeumo together did the madness. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And
Bring Wissa and Mbeumo.
so bring Wissa and Mbeumo and let them cook. Because obviously Bruno Fernandes, as much as I don't really like him as a player, I'll be honest, I can't deny how good he is, and he will get assists. He will score his penalties. So to have that up top, you can't create. And I think Wissa makes sense. Mateta would make sense. If not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking United. I'm surprised that they weren't looking at Victor Osimhen. He's clearly a striker that needs to go.
But do you think he would go United in the current situation? I think that's another.
I think if United maybe paid him, he might. Because I'm even surprised that he wants to go to Turkey this much.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I guess he stayed there he played there on loan.
1 year and he went well.
He must have liked it and found himself, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
I feel like that's why he's probably staying.
That's another potential. But yeah, I think regardless of what they do, they're far away from where they need to be because of the defense, the midfield.
Yeah.
Like I know they're covering the forward
keeper.
positions. All right, cool. The keeper. Come on, man.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? The spine is rotten.
Broken, bro. It's broken. It's a bad back, bro. Goodness.
Yeah, they got a bad back. So
but it's good signings, like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be mad at the signings. I just feel like there's so much more that needs work.
Absolutely.
We'll see. We'll see with United. And staying in the Prem, we can move on to Liverpool, I guess. Liverpool and Newcastle.
Mm.
Do you think Newcastle did the right thing in keeping Isaac and letting Liverpool get Ekitike over the line? What would you do if you're Newcastle? Because they've been in the market and someone always got their player. So it feels like, yeah, they're in the Champions League, yeah, they're improving, but they don't have that pool to get players in the club. Because Mbeumo, they wanted Mbeumo. He said no.
Did.
He went to United. They wanted Joao Pedro. He said no. He went to Chelsea. They wanted Ekitike. He said no. He went to Liverpool. What does that tell you? Like, if you're Isaac, for example, and you think, maybe I would stay here, but it doesn't look like we can bring anyone in to make us better. Surely that makes you think, maybe I need to leave. No? I don't know. What do you think?
I think, the Newcastle owners decided, guys, they need to get more creative with their strategies. Like, you've got Chelsea guys selling hotels to themselves to try and, you know what I'm trying to say? Because they're the richest club in the world, but they can't spend their money for whatever reason. That's the first thing. But I definitely think they did the right thing by not giving Isak to Liverpool. That would have been a surrendering. Like, giving Isak to Liverpool, even if it was for 150 million, it's like, okay, you man got for Ekitike, who's a huge guy. I don't rate him that much already, right? So if he's gonna come in and learn from Isak and adjust to the Premier League, cool. But if you're gonna throw him in straight away as your number 9 and you're in the Champions League, all of these competitions, that would have been incredibly difficult. So
I'm very surprised. Sorry, for that money, 80 million. Like, you could have 95 million euros. They could have got. Like your Osimhen, for example. Again, I don't know how much it fits the system or what they want. But like for that money, Gyökeres, Sesko, I don't know. There's players, I just don't get it. Obviously, the scouts are doing the job, so I'm sure that they've looked into him and they think they can fit the system. I know they haven't just thrown money at someone that they don't believe can work with the team. I just think it's a lot of money for someone that is a bit of an unknown, you know?
Totally agree. And also, because a lot of the people in the comments always say, oh, but the scouts. And I hear that to a certain extent. But we see it all the time. Like, players spending big money, like, looking at Man United, spending 75 million on Rasmus Højlund. Yeah. And all the United fans are like, no, the scouts, he's got potential. Yeah. Bro, he was never good. He was never that good. Yeah. So, similarly with Ekitike, like, I remember seeing him at PSG thinking, okay, just seems like one of those guys, one of those extra PSG players. Yeah. Then at Frankfurt, I honestly had nothing about him until now that he's been linked to high-profile moves. So I'm not convinced. He might prove me wrong, but it's not one of that first class. I think, Liverpool 6 signing. Yeah, I don't know
because
if they're going to get rid of Nunes.
But because
that's another one though.
Yeah, that is another one.
Spend loads of money. So that we need is another. Spend loads of money. Yeah, he had potential, but he never fulfilled it. So
because of that Liverpool system, I feel like if you can score a little tap in or something, it should be fine. You know what I mean? Salah creates so much that you have to score at least 1 in 5. You know what I mean? So it's not. I get it that it's potential. Again, you're buying potential essentially, but I think it's a lot of money for potential. And I still like Nunes, bro. Why they're trying to get rid? I'd get Nunes at AC Milan. You know, I do like him, and I think he needs the right environment. He needs to be loved. He needs a manager that cuddles him and tells him, it doesn't matter, I keep going. And I feel like he's going to get those goals, man. Because, like, the misses are tap-ins, bro. He does everything right until he gets to finishing. So I think it's just the right person to, like, push it out of him. And I think he can do it. So I think he gets to move.
That's teachable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's teachable, yeah. I'm happy Nunes is no longer going to Napoli. I know we've done with it, but they got Luka, which, again, is really interesting. Luka has been hyped a lot. Udinese striker, really tall guy. I don't think he's that good, but
I don't get it either because Lukaku is there. And
he's going to play second pillar to Lukaku. I mean?
So Nunes not going makes sense in a sense because you're not going to take Lukaku's place.
Not really going to be playing like that. But it's going to be interesting. I will put my neck on the line and say I don't think Ekitike will do well. And when people talk about the scouts and stuff, I will talk about players like Darwin Núñez, players like Rasmus Højlund that the scouts obviously looked at, spent loads of money on, and didn't work out. And for example, Gakpo. Before Gakpo came to Liverpool, I was like, guy's a player.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz. Before he came to Liverpool, I was like, guy's a player. Do you think even Chiesa I rated him? He didn't do well, but I was like, guy's a player.
Still rating to be fair.
Players like Ekitike, I still rate him to Chiesa. Like, I think he can go to Italy and do well. Ekitike, bro, I know he's super raw. I sort of, people do those videos. I'm gonna start doing them of the last 20 shots. Bro, they were all terrible. I was like, is this guy even good?
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him. I haven't even done much research. I just think, bro, like Liverpool spent this year, bro.
They're spending,
and this is not like them.
They're spending this year,
bro. 80 million on Ekitike, 100 and what? 20 million on Rick, or was it?
About 120, something like that.
And then they got Frimpong, they got Kirkis, bro. They've spent
this year. They've invested heavily in the team, so these things don't always mean that the team does better.
No, but the team hasn't changed that much, So they strengthened, really.
They have strengthened.
If the league starts tomorrow, you sort of have to go with Liverpool just because they won it last year, and the team hasn't changed that much, Same manager, but we'll see. I think Arsenal, if they get Gyökeres over the line, can they do it? They're definitely out there. They can definitely challenge, bro, because that Arsenal team last year, they had loads of injuries, and they went neck to neck against Real Madrid. They went neck to neck against PSG, like the best teams in the league, and they competed. So it'll be interesting next year. Man City is obviously still there. Can't write them off.
In a one-off game, Arsenal can do that to Real Madrid, can do that to PSG. Over the season, I'm saying no. And the reason I'm saying no is because I think Gyökeres will be a good signing, right? However, I just really don't rate the Portuguese league. And apart from the top 3-4 teams, but the rest of the teams, I believe they're like championship quality.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many strikers score many goals, not as good as him, like score more than one goal a game, but then leave the Portuguese league and really struggle. So I don't think Arsenal fans should expect that of Gyökeres. But even so, just having a number 9 who's going to be physical is going to help all the other players around him. So I fully hear that. But I'm still saying Arsenal, they're scrapping for top 4, man.
Have you not seen Harvey's transformation, though? He's looking ham, bro. He's trying to get that number 9 position as well, bro. And he scored a couple of goals last season before he got injured. So, I don't know. I just feel like if everyone stays fit, that Arsenal squad is sick, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they are good enough to go toes-to-toes against City and Liverpool. And they've always fallen short because City was a little bit better. I mean, Liverpool was miles better than them last year. But Liverpool had a really good season and they're really lucky with everything that sort of went their way. Arsenal got really unlucky and everything didn't go their way. Saka got injured, loads of injuries. They still finished second. I think they're still going to be there. And even if Gyökeres can get them 10, 15 goals, that's what they were missing last year, bro. But
however, last year, City had a really bad year. 100%, Chelsea had a shocking year. Spurs were bad. So it's going to be a different year.
It's a different year, 100%. I agree. But I don't know. It'll be interesting. Obviously, I don't want Arsenal to win. I want them to get close.
And then lose again.
Yeah, that's what I like. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. Obviously, the first game is against United as well. So that's always a difficult game for them.
Absolutely. So pre-season is going to be starting soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I saw that video actually that you posted did well when we asked the people, do pre-season games matter in terms of results? And yeah, I don't take too much account into the actual result. It's mostly just to see how the teams play. And even with that,
playing style.
Yeah, playing style, right? And see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then, but it's always fun to see. So it's going to be interesting to see these pre-season games and see what teams come out the blocks.
We got a couple of good games. Arsenal, Chelsea. Be interesting to see how we perform. Be interesting to see our starting 11 as well. Because obviously Allegri. We had a pre-season game against Milan Futura, so the youth team, and we won 3-0.
Yeah.
But I really want to see what Allegri does in this pre-season tour. I'm hoping we get a few more signings over the line and we can start fresh before the season actually kicks off.
Do you know about a player called Voss?
No.
So his name is Silvano Voss. We bought him from Ajax last year. And when I saw, obviously YouTube is YouTube, I was like, yeah, this guy can potentially do pretty well. And then he went straight into Futura. he had a one game at Futuro, and they were like, this guy's got nothing to do with Serie C, like he needs to play with the first team. But then he got injured and he had a bit of a decline. And then I'm hearing that he's really impressed Allegri in Milanello. He's a midfielder. So yeah, look out for Silvano Boss. Hopefully, I haven't been playing Football Manager. This year they didn't release a Football Manager.
Yeah, I know, I saw. Are they releasing next year?
Next year, so...
Are you still doing well in FIFA 25? You're still kicking?
FIFA 25. I did a video yesterday on Instagram. I was like, I don't understand why I keep winning all the time. Like, why am I still the best at FIFA, bro? I don't even play it that often. And
if there's any
Division 1, any challenges? If you are good at FIFA and you're on PlayStation, in the comments, let me know, and we'll get cracking. I was saying to Lara, do I need to start playing for money or something? Like, it's too easy.
Might as well, bro.
I might.
He's a good player. I have to give it to him. He's a good player. I don't play as matches anymore, to be fair. I haven't played him ages. But FIFA 26 will come out, and I'll be back. I'll be back to challenge.
We need you back. We need you back, man. It's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what else has been going on?
What else has been going on? Let me think. What did I see? Luis Diaz really wants to leave Liverpool. I don't know if you saw that.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He's
really open to leaving. And obviously I saw Bayern Munich want him. I think he wants to go. But I don't get why. And also, if he leaves, are Liverpool buying someone else?
I think so. Because I think the Ekitike signing is to cover Jota's role.
Yeah.
And then Nunes as well. It's leaving.
But they got Gakpo on the left, no?
Yeah, so they kind of got Gakpo, who played kind of left and central. They got Luis Diaz and Salah. Like last year, it was kind of them, and then Nunes would come in. So, yeah, I do think that so they got Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike staying. I think Wirtz is more of a midfielder. They'll need more.
Who do you buy though? Because who's available? Everyone's struggling to find a left. I wouldn't get rid of it. I don't think they want to get rid of it.
I don't think they want to. They rejected us like 60, 70 million.
I think he's saying that he's open to leaving now. If you sell him, I think it's hard to replace.
I agree, because someone like Lookman, I would have said go for him. He's out the market.
Yeah.
It will be difficult to replace. Do they go for Eberici Eze, who's still at Palace right now? Arsenal stalling. Do they say, yo, come in? I think he'll do really well at Liverpool.
Yeah,
so there'll be a few players.
He's not a pacey player though, you know. Eberici Eze is a bit different, but I think he's a good player, so he wouldn't be a mad signing. I guess I got a few little things for you to finish it off.
Let's go.
I was having a discussion with my Arsenal friends earlier this week, and I said to them that I think Doku is a better player than Martinelli. And they screamed and said, blah, 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 no way. In your opinion, I say in your professional opinion because you're a professional, you know?
Yes.
Do you think Doku is better than Martinelli? And do you think Doku will score more goals than Martinelli next season? If Guardiola actually starts it. Because if you get Guardiola not starting him, then obviously it doesn't really matter.
So in my opinion, between Doku and Martinelli, Doku isn't better, he is much better. And the reason I say this is because, bro, Martinelli is actually overrated. If he wasn't Brazilian, and he's very efficient as a winger. He does what needs to be done, but there's no flair. You know, as a defender, you know what he's trying to do, and a lot of times he's really quiet in the games. Like, whereas Doku is very unpredictable, still very raw.
He can't finish. I think I'll give you that.
Yeah, absolutely. Still very raw, absolutely, and crossing. But in terms of having him as a left winger, I don't think they're anywhere near the same level. I'll be honest.
1-on-1, he's one of the best players.
He's one of the best
wingers in the world. Bro, the change of speed is absolutely
crazy.
Ridiculous. The drop of the shoulder, yes, that's all he does, but can you stop him?
It's super effective. And he's strong.
Bro,
and he's fast.
Bro,
I don't know what Martinelli is good at.
If he learns how to finish, which Sterling, when he first went to City, was similar. If this guy knows where to position himself at the right time, he is a problem, bro. I'm not going to lie. He's already a problem. The season making needs to improve. I'm not saying Doku is perfect by all means, but Martinelli is not in that conversation, man.
I don't think so. Arsenal fans, let us know in the comments, what's Martinelli really good at? Because I know he has, and the thing is, he has patches of form where he does really well.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand what he's really good. Like, yeah, he's quite pacey. I think he's a just above average midfield winger. I'll be honest.
And then I guess to finish it off, this is a big one. There's been this debate with these Arsenal fans for years. They hate Foden with all their heart. So Foden, Saka, Cole Palmer. Start, bench, sell.
Foden, Saka, Cole Palmer, start, bench, sell as of summer 2025.
No, see, you can't do that because then you discount everything the players have done. It has to be obviously Palmer. I think absolute baller. I'm really sad that City let him go. He's gone on and done great. But has he done enough?
It's a great question.
Has he done enough? Saka, very consistent. The guy played right back, right wing.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can say about Saka because ultimately, regardless of what Arsenal do, Saka's going to perform well, right? And yes, consistency probably better than Foden.
Yeah.
But when he finishes his career tomorrow, if they all finish their career tomorrow,
I think Foden will be remembered as the better player because also with Saka, he's the star man at Arsenal. Like, let's say if Foden was the star man at Arsenal, for example, it would be a different experience because when I even went to watch Arsenal, like when they play, they always look for Saka to change the game for them. And I know Foden obviously just come off like a bad season, but the season before that, he was unreal and he was doing things that Saka cannot do.
Bro. But I think the argument is that if he was that good, he should be a starter at City. They don't understand that Guardiola has his own mind, bro. Like, I just think, and another argument apparently, which obviously we are not going to be able to actually see, is if Foden left City, he wouldn't be as good.
I disagree with that.
Same.
I disagree with that. Foden's a baller because it's not like Grealish. Like Grealish, I don't really rate him, and I've never can. Like I used to Villa, he was alright. He was good at Villa, but he was. Yeah, when he came as a number 10, I was like, "What's this?" Foden, I really rate him. So let me get to the answer. If I had to play one, bench one, sell, it is the hardest one. I'd probably play Foden, bench Saka, sell Palmer.
Wow.
Which I know is going to be very controversial for the Arsenal fans.
I think technically Foden is the best player, by the way. I'm just going to say it like.
And that's what I think. Technically, he is the best player.
He is the best player.
I think he is the best player, and I know that it's hard to prove, and it is a matter of opinion.
Yeah, of course.
But out of the three, I think Foden is the more naturally gifted player, and he is the best player. Now, whether he's as consistent, whatever, he's in a different team, he's got a different manager, but I do think out of the three, Foden's the best. And I think Saka's incredible, really consistent. Palmer's cold. Palmer's also really, really good. They're all really, really good.
He's done enough, but you can see that if Palmer carries on like this,
exactly,
there's a problem.
Exactly. If Saka, and Palmer's early on in his journey, Saka's been doing it 3-4 years. Foden's been doing it for a long time.
Saka needs to win something with that Arsenal team, bro. Otherwise, we'll end up like Harry Kane.
I can see a world where Saka leaves.
Real Madrid.
Something like that. In years to come.
But he's an Arsenal boy at heart, though. I don't know, man.
A lot of these men are, Harry Kane's a Spurs boy.
Yeah, but Harry Kane waited until he's 33.
Yeah, so obviously Saka's still young.
Yeah, he is, but I would love to see him.
Yeah, like when he's 27, 28, and he's like, "Yo, still ain't won." Like these men want me. Like, I'm gonna go. He's 23 still.
I feel like he should go, man.
Bro,
I feel like these players need to go and explore and experience. Obviously, it would be great for him to win with Arsenal because I think it's just sweeter, isn't it? Winning with your boyhood club.
100.
But football is bigger than Arsenal. It's bigger than City. It's bigger than United. Wherever. If you've done it here, like Foden, for example, obviously I haven't seen anyone come for him, But if a Barcelona or Real Madrid come,
Go and
you
experience
should
it,
go,
man.
man.
Like Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Bellingham.
He's a Bellingham. Yeah, Bellingham's a bit different because obviously he didn't play for
In
his
the
boy
Prem.
club,
Yeah, and he didn't play in the
whereas Arnold did, and he didn't play in the Prem. But yeah, man, one of these big giants come for you,
Prem.
and you're in your mid to late 20s.
That's cool. Because ultimately, I think this is why also the England national team doesn't do that well.
I agree.
There's not
I agree.
variety of experiences. Yeah, everyone praising the Prem, everyone's good, fine. But they haven't experienced the different type of, Bellingham experienced the technical side of Spanish football. He knows, he knows how they play. So when you come to the national team, you play against Spain. Yeah, it's a difficult game, but you sort of have an idea. You bring something different
100%.
as well. Having played in Italy now, you bring something different. Defensively, you're more sound. You know what, you know how to position yourself. Whatever. England. You take it to the World Cup. You take it to the Euros. You can get to the semis. You can get to the quarters. Just not good enough to win it, man.
I totally agree that, especially for our national team, you want to have that diversity. People playing in different leagues, people having different experiences, and you bring that together.
Yeah.
When we look at the great French side, Spanish side, Brazilian side, all the ballers played in different leagues.
Yeah.
So when you have loads of ballers all playing in one league, or the vast majority, I do think it's counterintuitive. But yeah, on the big stage.
Apart from Spain, that I don't know how they do it. Like, most of the ballers play in Spain. But for the past however many years, Barcelona, Real Madrid, best players play.
That's what it is. It's Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Exactly. I remember there was one Spain year where it was like 8 Barca players, and then Sergio Ramos, like 3 Real Madrid guys, and that was just it.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I watched the other day. It just came up in my For You page. Spain, Portugal, 3-3, 2018 World Cup. Cristiano
Ronaldo
Ronaldo.
hat-trick.
Oh, bro. Diego Costa was playing, and bro, I forgot how
Diego
cold,
Costa?
Yeah, for Spain.
He playing for Spain. I forgot Spanish.
And I
Yeah, he was
forgot
great,
how
innit?
cold this guy was, bro.
Guy was great.
Bully, physical.
Guy was
Scored
good.
2. Oh, Nacho scored a banger, like a volley from outside the box, post and in. And then Ronaldo scored that free kick, and it was just
Free
like,
kick.
Great game. 2026, man, World Cup is coming.
It's coming, 2026, and we're excited. We're excited. Awesome. Let's wrap it. I think it's been awesome. What we need to figure out is I want to figure out how to get those TikTok filters so we can play the games.
Yeah, and then when we're together, we can rank some. We need a couple of more people. We need to do those.
That'll be funny, and those will be good. I don't know how to do them. If you figure it out, let me know. I'm going to try and figure it out.
Next episode, we need
demonstrate
to do,
our ball knowledge.
11 best 11 England, best 11 Italy.
That's what we're going to do. So Prem versus Serie A, best 11.
Yes. Should we do? Yeah.
Or are we doing England versus Italy?
We can do both, actually.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure where it's gonna, the direction is gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's do both. So next episode we'll do that, and then we'll equally anticipate the pre-season games.
Yeah. Thanks
Amazing,
for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. See you guys
Follow
next
the
time.
TikTok. Follow the TikTok.
Absolutely. Let us know in the comments what you want us to discuss, your thoughts on everything we said, and until next time.
See you later.